Take it away from him. Under 4 left. The barn is alive again. 52-51.
Got me in my hormones. All gas, no brakes. Score 4-0. If you think you own this place, you get foreclosed. I've been in my head, but it's not about a T3. I like to learn, but there's nothing you can teach me. We all got opinions. You about to hit Dimitri and Mitches. CJ ass never really misses.
Amy, we did it. We got it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Sports Show. Sports Show YYC, Instagram and Twitter. We got a Facebook page. We got that YouTube channel that we need to do a better job subscribing to. And
wait a minute, are you just being mad because of that scenario that happened this week where that one dude and you saw how many he had and you got a little upset about it?
Yeah, dude, yes. Okay, yes.
Right.
It's not fair. It's not right.
It's not, yeah.
I don't like it, but
Roster,
yeah.
it's true. Yeah.
It is what it is. Don't forget, second Tuesday of every month. That was last week. As it happens, we were on the CJSW, CJSW.com, 90.9 FM, our local university campus radio here in the YYC.
What did you think of the show?
I thought the show was great.
Good show.
It was a great show.
Did we get fired by Lily?
As far as I know, we're still
good.
We're still on.
Our card worked to get in,
so
we're okay. We're okay.
The card worked again. How you doing, man? What's happening?
Not bad. You know, me and you got a little vibrant.
Well, that's a big sigh.
Listen,
Something's
it's funny. Greece is only a couple of weeks away, 6 weeks by my calculations, and it's funny how the bills start coming in a little stronger, a little harder, a little more frequent lately. I don't like it. Don't like it one bit.
When you're dishing out $6,000 for a ticket, what'd you dish out for a ticket? Because you have is he?
Yeah, he's two.
He's
two. And
two.
a bit, yeah.
Okay.
It was a little less than ours, little less, by like a couple $100, but
that's exactly same. Hold on, it was that much. Wait, whoa. What airline are you flying with?
KLM.
And is that much? Did you do the first class little thing?
I don't know what that means.
The business class.
I let Linda do the thing. You know what I mean, she knows. I don't know. Maybe it's my own fault for not getting as much as.
But you're going in May.
We're going May 30th. Well, you got to remember, you keep giving me, everyone's saying, oh, you're going early. I'm going on May 30th. I'm going June 1st. Call it June 1st. I'm there.
Okay, fair. You're right. You're right. It's like $2.99. It's really $3, you guys. It's not $2.99.
That's exactly it.
I get. Look, I'm just saying. We paid $5,000. And we got 3.5.
Yeah, I got. Well, did you have a lot of points? Maybe, I don't know. Maybe you had more points.
Didn't do the points.
Flew
Swiss Air though.
Well,
that could be part of it.
Maybe part. I don't know. Maybe
and I'm a month later. And I'm in July.
I can't tell you. I don't know.
So it was like $2,000 a ticket.
Almost. No. His was.
No. What was yours? 18?
No. 16, and 12.
Well, that's not that bad.
No, it's not that bad.
Like, it's just closer to 5.
I know.
You said 6. That's
I rounded up. I was doing it for the show.
That's a big round.
I was trying to get us more subscribers. Like, holy crap. Mitch is paying 6. Give this guy a click.
Yeah, well, now they don't take us any credit because they're like,
now you're interrogating me. What else do you want?
Look,
you want something from me? What do you want?
You said
Where
6.
was I that night? Where were you that night?
Hold on.
That's what I want to know.
You said 6.
I said 6.
I thought that was too much. I want to go to bat for you. I would have phoned me and said, hey.
No,
how do I get 5 a month later?
I was rounding up.
That's a big roundup is what I'm saying.
Fair enough, but I'm right. Like I said, what do you want? You paying my bills? Don't worry about it.
Oh, jeez.
What's your problem?
Is this what it's like for her at home?
You know who?
Is this what it's like for Katarina at home?
You know who I wish had this kind of passion? Do you know who I wish had this kind of passion?
Who?
Clay Kershaw.
Oh, jeez.
Did you see what happened the other day?
What happened?
Baseball. Listen.
Just in general.
I just want to get this going. Maybe this is where this is all coming from. All right?
Oh, well, you seem to be yelling at me.
Yeah. Well, listen to this. They start the year off on a strike/lockout, right? They're like, oh, COVID. Guess what? We want more money. Get the hell out of here, you guys. They cut a few games out. Okay, not bad. We're happy about that. And then all of a sudden, you got Clay Kershaw, one of the best players in all of baseball, pitcher, Cy Young Award winning. Now, World Series pitching, he's got the ring. He's good. He's heading into the 7th inning the other night.
Yeah.
Perfect game. For those that don't know, that means nobody's reached base, not even on a walk. For pitching, this is unbelievable. It doesn't happen very often.
No, it does not. You're right.
Dave Roberts, their manager, comes over and says, hey, taps to the right hand, which means, Kershaw, you're out. Other guy from bullpen, come in and finish the game. He's on a perfect game and you took it away from the guy? Yeah, okay, the guy makes $40 million a year. Yeah, okay, the guy's a Cy Young winner. Yeah, he's got all these accomplishments. He's got his World Series ring. But you don't get involved on a perfect game. I thought baseball was especially that sport where you don't destroy heaters, that you don't get involved in that kind of stuff.
Wow.
What is happening here? Baseball, what is wrong?
Well, you know what he did?
Huh.
Yeah, he rounded up.
He rounded up. You're right. He's like, you got it. You got the perfect game.
You pretty much
we know
got
it's
it.
9 innings.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Well, round
Good
up.
point. You know, I
He
didn't
got
think of
it.
that. I rounded up. You're right.
You rounded up. I think we found the name of this week's episode.
that, round up.
Round up.
Round up.
Fix your microphone. Move your microphone. I'm looking at the video. Move it over.
yeah.
Oh, there
Right,
we go.
How's
That's
that?
the face.
Better?
That's the face we've grown to love.
Hey.
Look at that. You just got a haircut.
I used to do the thing, eh?
Yeah, really?
Yeah, back in the day.
So I tried to teach Calliope to do the Shooter McGavin. It's like,
nice.
2-time that, baby! She doesn't get it, but she tries.
I imagine your daughter at school is probably the most fun person to be around.
She's pretty
She walks
fun.
in, hey,
She's pretty fun. I'll give her that.
That's
She's
good
got,
stuff.
let's just say the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree.
I had a
if you
feeling.
will. Yeah.
You're literally
But
creating
you're not,
a mini-me.
Can I tell you about that?
Sure.
What did we talk about? Weren't we talking about this? Was it last week? Where South Carolina George piped in. All of a sudden, he thinks he's a MAGA, disagreeing with me every 2 seconds.
You watch your mouth.
Kidding, George. You know I love you. But we were talking about the whole Keith Yandel.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Okay, so that's my point, Mitch.
Right.
When it's like, what do you have to gain to take Kershaw out
Right.
when he's on the heater?
Okay, good. I like that you brought it up because I was going to try to intertwine them, and I didn't want to because I thought, well, we don't want to take a 3-hour show, which, by the way, we should try to do one time. I think it would be kind of fun.
Yeah, like that'll be difficult for us to accomplish.
You know what? Let's do it. Let's do a Joe Rogan.
Do we do a marathon fundraiser?
That's what I'm saying. A marathon subscribe list. We will not get off the air until we have 1,000 subscribers.
We haven't eaten for 4 days. Listen to this
my
sports
God.
show.
Buddy, write that down. I'm writing that down.
That's
a good idea.
The sports show marathon.
Show marathon.
Listen, I'll tell you, we got to do it.
Yeah.
In line with the university here. We got to do a live booth. Let's talk to Cam after.
That's it.
Say, Cam, sweetie, honey, sugar baby.
We need you.
Live booth.
Right now.
Yeah.
So going back to the Keith Yandel thing, I at first was on your side. When I first saw the article and what they had done, I was like, oh man, let the guy have the other 11 games to hit 1,000. But then when I saw that he's a minus 41, Dimitri, at that moment, dude, he literally, I said it last week and I'll say it again, he was just skating around the rink. He wasn't doing anything. It was clear. And they gave him the 989, which was the Ironman record. And then after, the coach is like, we're done? You got the record? Okay, now you have to sit down. We need to get some younger talent in.
Right.
You're not even playing hockey anymore.
No. Look, again, that I agree with that. Right. I agree with what South Carolina George was saying. I'm agreeing that the guy should have sat.
Right.
I agree that out of respect, they're like, okay, well, let's keep it going. But here's the thing. Philadelphia is still in zero position to do anything. So to let a guy tank, like to let a team keep tanking, to give a guy 1,000 games, what is and George brought up the point and goes, well, you got to bring the young talent. George, the young talent is only going to get 15 games until they go through an entire off season. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't. I'll agree with you there. I do agree. This is literally down the middle.
It's
This is
just
a personality
this situation.
Thing. But here's the thing. For me, the killer was the minus 41. I know that it's a stat that people don't care about anymore. But you got to look at it from hockey, from a point of view. Exactly.
He
and
stinks.
he's a
I get
defenseman.
it.
If he was a forward, I maybe wouldn't bother me as much. But when you're a defenseman and your whole premise is to stop goals from going in, but you happen to be on minus 41 of the times that the goals are going in, it's a problem. I don't care how bad Philly is. You're part of the problem.
But Mitch, I go to say, like, you couldn't let the guy play 2 minutes a game. Who cares?
I agree. You know what? They could have did the Phil Kessel. Come on the ice,
That's
boom,
it.
and then go sit down.
Then go sit down.
They could have did that.
Mitch.
Maybe that's the saving grace
That's all
here.
I'm saying.
Round up.
Round up.
What's going on here?
Round it up.
Just round it up
They
a
should
little.
just scratch it and put 1,000 games.
That's what they
Actually, in Mitch's...
They would have did it.
They
1,200
no,
games.
if you were the GM, they'd be like, wow, did you know Keith Yandel played 2,000 games straight? Yeah, after looking at it, it was 989.
Who did these stats?
You got to round up.
Mitch, did you put the numbers here? Yeah.
Speaking of round up, it's like anytime there's a sales meeting, right? You got to love it,
You
right?
gotta round
you
up.
show up to a numbers meeting and everyone's like, you're rounding up.
You got to round up.
I talked to...
Or down, depending on the scenario.
But you're like, I talked to 9 meetings this week.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4 of those were coffee. I
Yeah.
see the names.
Still a meeting.
Sports show's not a meeting. Well, during it.
There was conversation.
He asked me about a truck.
Hey, I'm just saying.
Hey, what am I supposed to do?
It was a financial question.
I work when I work. Round up.
Round up. From there, we go to the NHL. 1 week away, 7 games actually, and we're off to the playoffs. First round.
Keep talking. I'm going to fix your mic as you're talking.
All right. And
keep talking.
I'm looking forward to it because we all love the first rounds of the NHL playoffs. It's the biggest thing. Oh, I like that. I like what you did there. It's a little different because my eye, I got the peripheral.
Well, that's
you know
the
what I mean?
thing, right? Like, I don't mind seeing the microphone, but look at you now. That camera.
You did something.
You
By the way, your hair 2 weeks in a row, fantastic. I just wanted to. All right, so
Obviously.
NHL playoffs, 7 games away. The East and the West are all getting into position. We basically have the East figured out, except for the wild card, which is crazy. We're going to talk about it in a second. West, the wild card really is being figured out. We're going to get to that in a quick minute. But here's my question. I'm going to run down the East and then the West. And what I want you to do, we're a week away. Which team do you not want to see in the playoffs in any scenario?
Right. Okay.
Or you can look at it, who's the hottest team, who's the best team. I don't know. Just who do you not want to see in the first round of the playoffs, all right? Here we go.
Okay.
You got the Florida Panthers at 112 points. They're number 1 in the Eastern and the Atlantic. The Maple Leafs coming on a little hot lately. And speak of the Austin
Always
Matthews.
been there.
Maybe. At 102, they've been running hard. Tampa Bay Lightning, 98 points, 2-time Stanley Cup champions. 3rd place. Mm-hmm. We'll get to them in a second. In the Metro, you got Carolina at 104. Consistent. The Rangers, 102. Really? Kind of knew it, didn't know it, kind of thing. And it's your Penguins at number 3 in the Metro at 97. Then let's jump down to the 2 wildcard spots. You got Boston, Washington, and then that Tampa Bay and Pittsburgh flip-flop. So these are going to be your 8 teams for sure. It's the wild card that's going to be determining. But Dimitri, out of all those teams, which team do you not want to see if you're, you just don't want to you don't want to play these guys?
Listen, at the end of the day, it's called the Tampa Bay Lightning. You do not want to run into this team under any circumstance. Why? It's a 2-time defending Stanley Cup champions, okay? They've been around multiple times, and I don't care what the points say. It's like that old dad strength.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like, okay, you think, Dad, I'm 18 and I'm tough. Okay, son, let's wrestle.
Yeah.
And you're like, holy crap, right? Like, that could happen to any team, right?
True.
And so, what's crazy about the East, right, is that I'll even jump it one step further. If I'm Toronto, Carolina,
Right.
Rangers, follow me where I'm going.
Yeah, sure.
I don't want to play actually Washington, Boston, or Tampa Bay. I do not want to touch anyone that in the last 10 years, well, it's outside Boston, they went a little later, but you have a 2-time Stanley Cup champ, a recent 1-time Stanley Cup champ in Washington, a 3-time Stanley Cup champ in Pittsburgh. I mean, and
it's scary,
right? And then, so it's, you look and Boston will give you one. Like, you have teams that just have a culture of saying, I know what it takes to buckle down and win. Actually, if anything, if I'm scared for anyone, is the Toronto, the Carolina, the Florida, and the Rangers.
Right.
You're playing against the old dads.
It's a great analogy. I love it. You're looking at Florida, and they, from beginning to end, has basically led their division. Maybe lost for a second or for a moment, but all intents and purposes, all 82 games, they've been number 1. Okay? Florida doesn't scare me. I don't know what it is about them. I know they're a good team, but there's something about them like, they don't freak me out. Maple Leafs, let's call it what it is. You're a flash in the pan. We want to, even though we hate you, we want to see you win. Why? Yeah. Because we're tired of the whole narrative of you guys can never get past the first round. I want to see what happens. So I think this is the year they get past the first round. All right? Tampa Bay, to your point, yeah, man. 2-time. We give them a hard time on this podcast, but they're about to probably be 3-time champs, right? Then you look at Carolina, and I want to pick them. I want to say that's the team you don't want to touch.
Yeah.
But there's something again about them. I don't know what it is. It's like you're eating a chili. You made some chili, and you're like, it's missing something. It's there. It's there. I can almost taste it, but it's not county winning yet. It's almost there.
There you go. It's not the salt. I can taste the salt.
Pens, the Washington, and the Boston. Yeah, hey, congratulations, Carolina and Florida, for winning first round. You either get Boston, Washington, or Pittsburgh, and maybe even Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
Thanks. It's the Rangers that I think are the team you don't. They're good all the way around. I was watching them play the other day, and I'd be lying if I said I watched them at all this year. Goaltending, stellar.
Yeah.
This guy's gonna win the Vezina.
Yeah.
Defense, good, strong. I don't like outside of Fox, who's like their biggest guy, biggest name there. I don't know. And then you got a guy like Kryger, 50 goals.
Yeah.
Who in this NHL world would have ever guessed that Kryger gets 50 goals in a season? The answer is no one. This is a team to watch out for.
Yeah,
I think the Rangers are the scariest team in the East.
It's pretty scary. It's a
pretty scary team. And in New York. You know crime's out of control in New York right now?
You know, it's a concrete jungle where dreams are made of.
If you can survive New York, you can survive it anywhere. From there, let's go to the West. You got, in the Central, it's the league leading Colorado Avalanche at 114. It's Minnesota at 98. And St. Louis at 98. Mm-hmm. A little something. The Costanzas are back. You head over to the Pacific. It's our Flames at 99. Edmonton making a little run. Little run at the end. 92. We were all cutting them down. And it's the LA Kings at 88. Don't mind the Kings. And then your wild card. This is where it gets crazy. As of right now, if the playoffs started today, it's Nashville and Dallas. They would be making it in.
Yep.
Who's out, but who's right there? It's Vegas. And my dark horse is right there. Van City at 84. They go on a heater. One of these teams falter. Van City gets into the playoffs. Dimitri, out of all those teams I just labeled, who is the scariest in the West?
It's the Calgary Flames.
What?
Yeah, the Calgary Flames is actually, you know what? I'm going to cop out because I really want to talk about a second team, but Alberta's the scariest that you want to play. You don't want to play Calgary. You don't want to play Edmonton. But Calgary, to me, is... Calgary is a team that is just rolling the lines. It's hard to play against this team. It really, really is. And you know what? I saw the game the other week, them against Carolina. Now that is two teams performing at top level. Like, you're like, wow.
Yeah.
So, no, I don't. If you're a team, you just don't want to touch the Flames at any given time right now. That's a hard team to play against. But the West is a lot like that. Like, you know, you mentioned some good teams like St. Louis.
Yeah.
Minnesota.
Right.
Vegas could pop in.
That's the
Dallas
one.
is being like there's a lot of these little sneaky teams.
Sneakies.
However, I still think Colorado is the Ric Flair. You know what I mean?
You think so? Interesting. For me, I got to be honest, they're not in. I was going to choose Vegas. Because here's a team that's been just absolutely on fire ever since they came into the league. They fell down. They definitely fell down because they're out of the playoff race as of today, technically. But if this team gets hot, like a Vegas heater at the right moment, it's Vegas that I would choose. But since they're not in, I got to go with the LA Kings. And the reason is I watched them play the Flames a couple of times, and that's who I'm kind of gauging them against. I like the way they play, man. I like that they're also a kind of a bunch of no-namers. They're a bunch of, and when I say no-namers, I mean you got your Kopitar, who's still a MAGA, and he's still doing his thing. But you got the rest of the team's a whole bunch of patchy players, like Vegas. They just remind me of Vegas, and they got the goaltending. I think they've got it down right now. I don't know what it is. It's like the LA Kings, and maybe it's those silver buckets they wear. I don't know. I just feel like.
Did you see that?
I did.
I just want them to play Vegas.
I know, right?
The battle of the helmets.
It'll
winner
give you
take all.
Epilepsy if you watch that game. Like your eyes are just gonna like pop out of your head. It's also the Oilers in a weird way, only because they're starting to catch a little heat and they're getting away. What did I say about leave the goalies alone? Stop bringing them up in your conversations. I'm not saying this guy's going to win you any games. Captain Morph said it the best. They don't have a goalie that's going to win them a series, but you got two guys on that team that can. And that's all that matters. Really,
listen,
at the end of the day.
I'm telling you, this Edmonton team, if they get into a heater, like you say, and they're coming into a heater, and they're going to make the playoffs. And it's a scary team because if it clicks, it just clicks. And I'm telling you, man, those couple little tweaks that they did to the team.
That's right.
It's working.
True. It's starting to work.
You know, you forget, like, you look at the top, minus the defense, but you got the Nuge, you got the Evander Kane. See, here's the thing.
It is.
Evander Kane's on a team when no one's talking about Evander Kane.
True. Except for the other night, they were playing Minnesota. A little brouhaha started up.
Yes.
And the big talk, and I didn't really find it this way, but the media found their way into it, that no one came to the aid of Evander Kane. And as I watched the video, I can kind of see why they thought that, because it did look like a 5-on-1.
Right.
It really looked like the Nation of Domination came in and went after like one guy, right? You know what I mean? Like everyone just piled on one guy. I don't know. I didn't see the whole incident, but, to your point, man, Evander Kane is quiet under the radar, and if that guy catches fire, all of a sudden, Edmonton.
Watch out.
Honey, baby, like my buddy says.
They'll be round them up.
Round up!
Round up. Hey, you made the playoffs here. Give him the cup.
Now, right before we get over to basketball, I got to ask the question. I got to ask the question. Every time. It's true.
Every time.
We got to ask the question. We just talked about who are the scariest teams you want to play. But here's something. And next week, we're going to have a little surprise for you. Because it's the Johnny Hockey. I'm pretty sure he's free. I'm pretty sure he's going to be here next week.
What else the kids do on a Saturday?
Exactly. What, cartoons? Is that a thing still?
Come on. Hey,
Greek school, forget
Greek
about
school,
it.
we'll pull you up. We run the Greek radio show,
We'll
buddy.
take you out. Which number 1 seed will not get out of the first round? Because it's going to happen to one team. So right now it would be a Florida, a Carolina, a Colorado, or a Calgary. Oh, the question.
Carolina. Yep.
I think it's Florida. I don't know why. I feel like Florida there's, again, it's like a chili. Something missing. There's something going on here. I don't know why. I don't know. And then Colorado, for some reason, has got to prove me too. Colorado, I know everyone's like, oh, they're too good. They're too strong. Well, you know what? So was Tampa Bay a couple years ago, and Columbus won 4 straight. Just saying.
You know what?
Just saying. There's a guy that said it.
I wonder, because you called it. You'll never let it go, ever. 40 years from now. Hey, you remember that time I said it?
Of course. And it was documented.
Yeah,
it's on the pod.
Right. I would do the same.
You? You would have rounded Columbus up to winning the cup that week.
I'd frame it. I'd frame the episode.
There it is. From there, let's go.
We need a golden record.
You know what we need?
Most downloaded show.
We need a lot of stuff. You know what we need? We need a lot of stuff.
And we need to start beating guys. Anyways, I digress.
Hey, let it go.
Don't.
Let it go. Don't worry about it. We're going to go over to the NBA playoffs. We barely spoke any NBA this year, but the playoffs literally are about to start.
I'm a little ashamed about that.
You know what? It was a weird year. And you know what? I was trying to justify it to myself because you're right. We should have talked about it more. The NFL was off the hinge this year.
You know what? It took a lot of time.
Even their off-season was off the hinge.
And we got to, now with this new time frame thing, we got to be selective.
Yeah, we got to be selective. And then the NHL's been great this year, too. Like, from storylines to the product on the ice, everything's been great. So, hey, it is what it is.
We're talking about it now.
Exactly. So it's not too late. We bought you the roses. We remembered your birthday. Relax.
Take it easy.
It's the most important part of the year. Okay, so they did their play-in games. Again, I hate it. The teams have all been selected. It's in now. Here we go. We'll start with the East. We'll head out to the West.
Sure.
I like going East to West. I don't know why, but I like it that way. All right, it's the number 1 seed Miami Heat taking on the play-in winner, the Atlanta Hawks, who, remember last year, made a nice run. They had a good run. Dimitri, who do you like? Miami versus Atlanta.
Starting with an upset.
What?
I like it. I like me some Hawks. You know what? Just not as, how do I put it? They're better than their record.
Yes, I would say they are. They also are a team that's proven to be good in the playoffs. And Trae Young, man,
That's
yesterday,
what I'm saying. That's all I'm
play-in
saying.
game, first half, 6 points. Oh, he finished with 38.
Yeah, man.
Only 32 points in the second half. Trae Young. Yeah, this guy can explode at any time. But Miami, I was kind of surprised Miami was number 1 in the East this year, though. Yeah. At number 2, the hottest team in the NBA, my humble opinion. In fact, it's actually statistically correct as well. It's the Boston Celtics taking on, ladies and gentlemen, the other play-in team, the Brooklyn Nets. Dimitri, who do you like in this one?
Oh, this is just going to be a fun series to watch. But you know what? I do believe that the Celtics are going to win.
You know what? I think the Celtics will as well, but I'm just looking forward to when Kyrie is in Boston. He hates Boston. Boston hates Kyrie.
Yeah.
And now he can play. It doesn't matter where, even when they go back to Brooklyn, he can play now. The COVID restrictions have been lifted.
Yeah.
So you got full capacity Kyrie, who didn't, by the way, get jabbed by me because I kept saying I'll do it. I got to get you into this game, Kyrie. I got to do it. Against the hottest team, Boston. I'm with you. I'm going to take Boston in this one. It's going to be fun, but this one's going to be, if you're ever going to think a fight will break out, it's going to be this series.
You know, part of me is like, oh, Kyrie's back, and that's a big deal for Brooklyn. I just don't know if it's enough the way Boston's come in. They're just, I don't know, man. That's a tight team.
Absolutely. It's the number 3 seed.
I got another talking point about Boston later, but don't even worry.
The number 3 seed, it's the Milwaukee Bucks taking on a team that was hot and then not so much, but they're the number 6 seed. It's the Chicago Bulls. It's Gianni versus DeRozan and Levine. What do you like there?
I like the Bucks here.
Yeah, Bucks as well. I'm with you there. You know what? This is a perfect scenario for them. 3rd position. Not a lot of pressure. You've already got your trophy.
Agreed.
Gianni's playing excellent. He didn't win the scoring title, but you know who did? It's Embiid. It's Harden. It's the 76ers at number 4. Taking on the number 5. Get ready. It's the Toronto Raptors.
You know I want to, Mitch. You know, as a Canadian, I want to.
You got to do it then.
And guess what?
What?
I won't.
What?
It's a 76ers.
No, really?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I'm taking the Raptors here.
Yeah.
No problem. 7-game series again.
You think so?
I'm going to take Freddie VanVleet. I'm taking the Siakam. I like my boys. I think the Raptors.
It's a good team. Look, the Raptors are.
I know, but I like them here.
Yeah,
okay. I think this is a great matchup.
You're entitled.
I
think this is a good series as well.
Excellent series.
Right?
Excellent series. From there, we jump over to the West. It's the best team in the league. It's the Phoenix Suns. They get a play-in game. So it was the Clippers against New Orleans, and it was the Clippers that lose. New Orleans taking on the Phoenix Suns in round 1.
Phoenix.
Yeah, Chris Paul. By the way, Chris Paul, again.
The timepiece?
Dude, this dude just keeps bringing in teams. Like, he brings them together. You would never guess it from this guy, but he is just so good, such a great leader. I'm impressed. This Phoenix Suns team, and they have something to play for this year. I mean, we all know they didn't win it last year, so they're, what's the word? A little upset.
A little upset.
A little mad.
It hurts.
Yeah, it does.
It hurts.
Right here. From there, it's number 2. It's probably the most surprising team. So last year was the Utah Jazz. This year, Memphis Grizzlies at number 2, taking on the other play-in team, the Minnesota Timberwolves. Who do you like?
I like Memphis.
You know what? This team, they're good, guys. And I know it sounds weird because they're the old Vancouver Grizzlies. So it's hard for us to believe that this team.
That's right.
We could have 2 Canadian teams in the playoffs.
They're just always there.
Yeah.
Right? Like, they're just, I don't know.
Ja Morant, I'm telling you right now, he's the most up and coming. Here's the guy that was taken 2nd over Zion. Zion didn't even play this year. Well, all of a sudden his team's in the playoffs. Maybe we get his ass up and get him playing. Or not. I don't know. Depends if there's a Whopper on the floor or something. Maybe we can get him out there. You know what I'm saying? Just say it. Lose a couple of pounds, man.
What the you an athlete?
What happened to you? You're 300 pounds. I'm rounding up. You're more than 300.
He's 400.
You're 400 pounds.
Rounding up the calories.
At number 3, here's a position. It's the Golden State Warriors. Who would ever thought at 3? Taking on the Denver Nuggets. That's your reward. It's Jokic, and Curry will play in Game 1.
Oh, man. You know what? I'm picking Golden State.
Okay.
And I really feel sorry for teams. I feel sorry for Denver.
Right.
Because Denver is just like, man, just get healthy and just get a matchup and they could go all the way.
Right.
But I love me my Golden State.
Who doesn't?
I love me my Golden State, Mitch.
This team is, you know what? If Curry's back, Clay's now got a few games under his belt. Green's got this edge on his. He's just always mad. It seems.
He got a little bit younger.
He got a little bit younger. Golden State is the team here, and without Murray, he's been gone all year. It's just Jokic, but Jokic, he's a MAGA. He could still do it, but
that guy
just not enough firepower.
That guy's the best big man all time.
Let's not go all time yet, but it's happening. It's on his way.
All he needs is to win a championship.
Yeah, and all I need is to grow 7 inches. Like, what are we talking?
Which direction?
Both. Both. Weirdly enough, that has something to do with Maka.
You round up. You round it up.
Of course I rounded up. You always got to round up there.
Pull back, round up.
I always do. And from there, it's the last one. It's Dallas taking on Utah. It's Luka versus the Spider. This one is an intriguing matchup. This one's going to be, if you're a bettor, I'm going to tell you this right now. Over every game.
Over every game,
this one. Yeah.
Give me some Luka. Give me some Dallas. Give me some Maverick. I like the Mavericks.
I think so too. Luka's been hot since the All-Star break. I'm going to go with Luka. And here's another guy. He's got to win. He's got to get past the first round. He's got to make a run. It's Luka. Now, give me a scenario. Give me your finals. Yeah, let's just jump right to the finals. Who do you like in the East and the West to play each other?
Remember I said I'd go back and I'd revisit a little thing,
Sure.
and I give you this, and I give you this, I give you that.
Hey!
Ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah, what you got?
Golden State Warriors versus the Boston Celtics NBA Final.
That's hot.
And you know the problem with me is when I stick with something like from a while back,
Yeah.
I stick with it. I've been watching this Boston team for a long time. It's a good team, man.
Good team.
And you know with sports, it's like you can look at the year, but you kind of have to look at the last 3-4 years of what a team has done.
Right.
They've always been in that mix. They've always been there, right? Think about how they played against how they played last year in the finals, right? In the NBA. Same with Golden State. There's just a team that you can't say, oh, they were at the bottom of the league last year. That was just an off year. There's just things that happened. I'm telling you, man, I think
I like
think
both. That would, I'm going to tell you mine, and those two teams did cross me. I was about to say to you, did you read my notes from last night? I'm going to take on Milwaukee, and I'm going to say Phoenix. It's going to be a repeat.
You think
I think there's going to be a repeat going for those two.
I think that would be personally. I think that's that's where you get your Final Four.
Yeah. Oh,
right?
for sure. Yeah. I would say those are fine.
But again, there's these. I don't. Philadelphia is the other that team, man. I don't know. There's something about this 76ers team,
You
Mitch.
like them, man. Who wins MVP this year in the NBA? Do you have a thought on that?
If it goes all the way,
No, just the MVP of the league. Like who won MVP of National Basketball Association this year? NBA. Me, I'm gonna go with. I think Giannis won it again.
I
really do.
Who else would? Jokic maybe again?
Maybe.
I think it's 1 and 2.
And LeBron's up there. As much as I hate to admit it,
but I think it's Yanni and Jokic again.
Yeah.
I don't know. Part of me says Jokic though.
Yeah. I know some people are screaming, probably going, "What about Embiid? What about Embiid?"
Nah.
You know what? He is dominant, and he did win the scoring title. But you know what? I don't think so. I think that I'd rather have a Giannis than an Embiid on my team. That's what I'm saying.
But Jokic, the amount of triple doubles I got, it's insane. But to me, it's those two.
All right.
Because if you take those two guys off the team, Mitch, you have almost nothing.
That's somewhat true. That's correct. I agree with you. Because you do have Harden left, but Harden just came late. Embiid's a MAGA. You know what? I'm going to take it back. Embiid might actually win it just because it is Philadelphia, born and raised. He just might actually end up with. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. He might slap that title out of everyone.
You think he'll slap it?
I think he'll slap everyone, Giannis included, and take it. Yeah, that's what I think is going to happen.
Give it to someone else, just slap him.
That's right.
Fair enough.
And then we're going to give him a standing ovation. All right, from there we go to rapid banter here. Already.
Wow.
You look at the time. Not so already, but already.
Okay.
Here we go. Ryan Getzlaf will retire at the end of the season. 3-time All-Star, 2-time gold medal winner, 1-time World Cup gold medal winner, and 1-time Stanley Cup. Hall of Fame or no?
Well, he will, because guess what? He'll have gets the last laugh on that career.
I said it earlier. Chris Paul, 4 different teams, each of them. So he was with the Hornets, 56 wins, franchise record. Clippers, franchise record at 57. Rockets, 65 wins, franchise record. And the Suns, 63 plus. They have a few more games left, or they're 63 plus. Is he the greatest NBA leader of all time?
Well, he should be nicknamed the franchise, clearly.
Terrell Owens is begging NFL teams to let him play. He says, "I'm no different than Tom." Crazy or not so crazy?
Crazy.
Yeah.
That's not your quarterback.
Hey, Terrell.
It's not your team.
You would have had my support. One signature. One signature. You would have my support. After 1,029 days, Danny Green finally got his Raptors championship ring. Sorry it took so long, or what's wrong with FedEx?
What's wrong with FedEx?
Yeah, well, just send it to the guy.
Come on.
I mean, it's been 2 years.
Come on.
Plus. 1,000. Yeah, it's like 3 years.
Yeah, but then it killed
Round up a little bit. So the Philippines got a hit with a hurricane this week. I don't know if you saw the name, and I'm not joking. Hurricane Malacca came in. Maga or Malacca?
MAGA.
Maga or Malacca? Hurricane Malacca in the Philippines.
Oh, that's amazing.
Hurry, Malacca's coming. Hurry.
Malacca's coming. I see him. It's Mitch.
Dan Snyder, owner of the Washington Commanders, is being investigated for skimming the skim on the other NFL owners. Smart move or bad move?
Nah, Remo. I didn't see nothing.
I like that one.
See, you got Roster. You gotta
see what we're doing. Yeah,
whatever.
You got Joe Thornton 1,710, Jason Spezza 1,241, Claude Giroux 1,001, Ryan Sutter 1,271, and Mark Giordano at 1,051 games played. All of them are in the playoffs. Who do you want to see win the Stanley Cup? None of them have one.
I think you got to go with the Thornton.
You got to go with the Thornton.
You got to go with the Thornton.
No Cinderella here. I don't care if none of them win it. I don't want any of them to win it. None of them. Last one. Margaritaville-themed retirement homes are coming to Austin, Texas. Smart or turn down the damn music.
Smart.
Brilliant.
Turn down for what? I love it. Wasting away and getting sports show.
So you're born, you're being held by your mama. You're suckling on her teat, all that. You grow up, you become a dad, you become a mom, whatever your scenario is, right? You put your kids through college, and then all of a sudden, I used the right terminology, and then all of a sudden, you're retired, and you're like, this is it. I'm just gonna look into no. You're going to drink margaritas till you die. That's the way to go, man. That's the way to go. Brilliant idea. Love it. All right, it's Maga Malacca time. You ready?
Yeah.
Dave Roberts took away a prestigious opportunity from Clayton Kershaw. I started at the beginning of the show. The perfect game, all right?
Okay.
So it made me wonder, what are some of the craziest records out there?
Oh,
all right?
okay.
And are they Maga Malacca records?
Oh, geez. Here we go.
Here we go. Nick Stobert, a.k.a. The Lick, has the longest tongue, 10.10 centimeters. Maga or Malacca?
Yeah, MAGA. That's actually like the greatest party conversation ever.
It really is.
Yeah. Have you seen my tongue?
Can you get my drink? And it just...
He's a lizard.
He's a lizard.
He's a lizard.
See? The lizard people. It's a real thing. Lee Redmond, she has the longest fingernails at 28 feet and 4 inches.
That's Malacca.
I disagree. Imagine the back scratchies.
No.
Yes.
No.
Why?
Because she wouldn't be able to put too much pressure.
Also a good point. They're probably brittle.
They could be very brittle.
Very brittle.
You need a lot of vitamin E for that.
Well, here's another thing. Why so long?
Why?
Yeah. Like, I saw a picture of her. She can't do anything. Like, literally, you can't do anything.
Right.
So congrats. You got the record. But why?
That's so weird.
It is different.
You almost look like a withering plant.
It's a good point.
Yeah.
Ram Singh has the longest mustache, 14 feet.
I think you should win MAGA for coolest name.
Yeah. How about this? Again, a 14-foot mustache. That's pretty long. I'm hoping he's bald. I didn't get a good picture of him. It just showed him with the mustache.
Right.
But you can take it, curl it up like a nice comb over.
See, that's where it's MAGA. I can get behind that. With the nails, you can't do
it's
that.
True. With the hair,
how did she put on
You can make a
clothes?
beard out of it. You could do a lot of things.
You could do a lot of things.
It's a lot
right?
of You
could use it to hold stuff.
Yeah. The Ramos Gomez family set a record as the hairiest family. So they got that condition where they're literally hair. They look like werewolves. Like if you've ever seen Teen Wolf.
Mitchinitis.
Right. It's called, Mitchinitis. Yeah. Buddy, they make me look like a baby bear. Like
where do you go to shave?
Dude, you should have seen the pictures of the whole family.
So I'm gonna go MAGA on that because that's a condition.
Yeah.
It's not their fault. So they're making the best out of it.
They are.
By putting themselves
By
up
putting
there.
the record.
Say,
They're in the record books.
Yeah, you can say whatever you want.
Why don't you take them out, Dave? Why don't you take them out?
Yeah.
Yeah. Throw them out. Too hairy?
Dave.
Get out of here. Give me the right.
Come on, Dave.
All right, here's one. Bernie Baker.
Oldest
male stripper.
Imagine cleaning. Like, I have a hard time cleaning the shower after my wife's done her hair.
Right.
That family.
Oh, yeah.
You need a really fine sieve.
Yeah. Or a plumber. Maybe he's a plumber. He's a full-time plumber.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you need Drano in bulk.
Exactly.
But that stuff doesn't work too much.
No, it doesn't, by the way.
It's not.
I had a problem last week. Funny you bring that up.
Really?
Yeah.
And just get a guy to bring a snake in and do it. That's it.
Yeah,
That's it.
Bernie Barker, oldest male stripper at 66 years old. Maga or Malacca?
I'm going to go Malacca. You got to know when to call it a career.
Yeah. He looked okay. I think he might still dazzle the ladies. I could see it. Just saying. Okay, last one. Sandeep Singh Kela from Canada, world record spinning a basketball on a toothbrush, 1 minute, 8 seconds. Maga or Malacca?
No, Malacca. I would much appreciate maybe a record for brushing your teeth with a toothbrush.
All I know is that, hey, what's your name? Sandeep. I just found out who the biggest loser is in Canada. It's not me and Dimitri anymore doing these podcasts and waiting for you guys to push the subscription. Who found that a toothbrush you could spin a basketball on for 1 minute? Why do you need to know how to do that?
That's right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Malacca. He's out.
He's a Malacca. I'll tell you who's never getting a loofah.
Who's that?
Him.
That's true. Get to 2 minutes. Round up a little bit. At 1 minute, 8 seconds, I can't go behind this. I can't do it.
I mean, to some, that's a long time, Mitch.
Sure. I agree. We should be on the world records for that. World record for most amount of podcasts and never winning anything. Maga. There it is, guys. Maga Malacca.
Wow.
Done.
That was
episode
a pretty
203.
Good one. That was 203 of these, eh?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
We did it.
I think we should let's just call it quits.
I think we're done.
We're done. We did what we did.
It's 2,000.
It's like
in my numbers.
It's like Bitcoin. It's finite.
It's done.
Ladies and gentlemen, episode 347 was. Jeez, Mitch with his roundup. Look, thank you, Roster, for listening to the show. As always, of course, you can download it on Spotify, Podbean, and iTunes, social media channels, Sports Show YYC, that's the handle. The YouTube, that's right, YouTube, we all tube, subscribe to. That's what we need you to do. Thank you very much. 203, one for the books, but we got to shove it in the locker because we do got to hit the showers.
See you later, guys. Have a great week.
Thank you, Roster.
Yeah, maybe I was a little aggressive on the
what? On the Kershaw or the roundup?
The roundup. No, the Kershaw, buddy.
The Kershaw. You're right. Yeah, Mitch. I was only saying because I'm like, I think you got ripped off. Unless you paid for some travel insurance that I didn't know about.
Oh, we did. There was travel insurance.
Did you do the cancellation?
But it wasn't.
Insurance?
But
yeah,
to
but
your
that's
point,
$160 or whatever.
Say, yeah. But no, I rounded up to.
That's what I'm saying. Like we paid
I rounded up to high.
We paid $4,800,
right.
and I got and we, mind you, Alessia is only a couple $100 with the taxes. But I'm saying, wait a second, that can't.
No.
It can't be right.
I rounded up. Our tickets were a little more expensive because we waited an extra day because I wasn't sure with work and everything.
For sure.
And then, so that bit into us a little bit.
Right.
I rounded up. You know why? I thought about, as we were talking about the
But
show,
also I put you on the
visa
spot.
that day was that much.
Oh,
and that's,
okay.
I just correlated.
But I put you on the spot a little because I'm like, wait, what'd you pay 6 G's? And then you kind of did the involuntary, let's move on.
Right.
But you didn't think I'd go back and
I didn't think
split.
you were going to attack me. Because I didn't realize.
I wasn't
you worked for
attacking
the
you.
CRA. I had no idea. I didn't know
I'm
you
a
were
numbers guy.
I didn't know you were the Canada Revenue
count.
Agency.
Hey.
I didn't know you were going to audit me. I had no idea. I didn't know they were verbalizing.
I work in percentages,
I see what you're doing here.
Hey, 0.1. Hey,
you did the Greek thing. You're like, you have to find out how much I was paid so that you can compare it. So when you go home tonight, you're like, you're not gonna believe this because you're gonna use my 6,000. Forget about the pod.
No,
you got to. I would. I'd be like, Dimitri paid 6 G's for this thing.
Well, it's like you're telling people I won the lottery.
You didn't. Are you telling me right now in front of the millions and millions of non-listeners that you didn't win?
Yeah, I could actually announce. You know, it'd be the greatest if I did win the lottery. You know what I would do?
What?
If you subscribe to the podcast, I'll give you $1 million. First 5 people. Be like, shit, no one really does listen to this.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we would really find out.
You know what it would be?
Yeah.
It'd be YouTube guy that I don't like. He'd be like, just tuned in. That's amazing.
How's it going? Where's my million?
What'd you do? I use it to get 1 million subscribers. Thanks, guys.
So funny.
You son of a bitch.
He beat us again.
Son of a bitch. Jerry. Dimitri's getting upset.
See what they bopping. You can say what you got when it's Tuesday. I be locked in.